Introductions to Experiment 3B, Energy. Please follow the steps below to complete your practical task. Before entering the lab, spend about 5 to 10 minutes to read the contents of Experiment 2. Watch the online virtual teaching video on Introduction to Experiment 2. Answer pre-lab questions. Check your answers and do corrections. Fill in items A and B in the jotted section. Figure out an appropriate data table to record readings that will be obtaining when carrying out the experiment. Watch the demonstration video on Experiment 2. When in the lab, put on lab coat and button up. Remember to bring physics lab manual and physics practical workbook for every session of practical work. Bring along graph papers, long ruler, and necessary stationeries. No mobile phone. Set up apparatus, do measurements, record the readings in the data table, jot down observations and possible errors occurring during the experiment. You will be evaluated based on practical skill scoring rubrics. For report writing, watch the online virtual teaching video on report writing guides. Write your lab report in a report writing session. Your lab report will be evaluated based on the report writing skill rubrics. Refer to your lecturer when to submit your lab report. Experiment 3B, Energy. Learning outcomes. At the end of this lesson, students should be able to verify the law of conservation of energy. These are the theories, apparatus, and procedure. The concept of free fall body. Defined as the vertical motion of a body at constant acceleration g under gravitational field without air resistance. It is also known as acceleration due to gravity, or free fall acceleration, or gravitational acceleration. The value g is negative 9.81 meter per second squared. And the direction is always towards to the center of the earth. Sign convention. Upward and to the right are positives, whereas to the left and downward will be negative. A is equals to negative g. Below are the equations of linear motion and free fall motion. For example, V equals to U plus AT will become Vy equals to Uy minus GT. V squared equals to U squared plus 2AS, whereas free fall motion will become Vy squared equals to Uy squared minus 2GSY. S equals to Ut plus half AT squared will become Sy equals to Uyt minus half GT squared. This is an example of free-falling body is the motion of a ball thrown vertically upwards with the initial velocity u. Uy, when the ball is thrown upward vertically. When the ball reaches a maximum height h, Vy will equals to 0. When the ball falling down again will be Vy. Assuming air resistance is negligible, the acceleration of the ball A is equals to negative g when the ball moves upward. The second example, A book is dropped 150 meters from the ground. Determine the time taken for the book reaches the ground. The impact is below the initial position of the book. Therefore, Sy equals to negative 150 meters. Initially, U equals to 0 meter per second. Hence, Sy equals to Uyt minus half gt squared. Substitute the Sy equals to negative 50 and Uy equals to 0. And you will get the answer T equals to 5.53 seconds. 5.53 seconds will be 2 decimal places. And T is the responding variable. And the reading shown by the timer as well. By using the timer, how many decimal places will be shown? Next concept will be kinetic energy, K. Kinetic energy is defined as the energy of a body due to its motion. Therefore, the equation is K equals to half mv squared. Whereas potential energy is defined as the energy stored in the body or system because of its position, shape, and state. Gravitational potential energy, U, is defined as the energy stored in the body or the system because of its position. And the equation is U equals to mgh. Gravitational potential energy depends only on the height of the object above the surface of the Earth. Principle of conservation of energy. State in an isolated or closed system, the total energy of a system is constant. The initial of total energy is equals to the final of total energy. Conservation of mechanical energy will be E equals to K plus U, or in the other word will be K initial plus U initial equals to K final plus U final.